mayor outlined that plan that he's going to present to the city council next week. It will hopefully keep the state from taking over.
If that happens, the city could be put under a managed bankruptcy. Let's get right to 7 Action News reporter Jim Kirchner, who attended that meeting. And Jim, what's behind this plan now?
Carolyn and Stephen, the mayor is talking about managed bankruptcy, municipal bankruptcy through Chapter 9. Could be the largest in U.S. history. And here's how it would work. I've been talking with my sources here at City Hall. Here's the best example. The city is 2 months behind making payments into the police and fire pension fund. The amount, $8 million. Now, they can try to negotiate that down, or they can fight it out in bankruptcy court. It's similar to what we saw right across the street here in the Motor City. General Motors and Chrysler going through managed bankruptcy and coming out leaner and meaner.
So as you talk about, Chapter 9 and bankruptcy and all of that, if we do the things and we meet the milestones, then I believe that we won't have to go in that direction. But I do understand what the state is doing because they need a plan B.
The city of Detroit, an emergency financial manager or state officials could start negotiating with creditors, vendors, city employee pension funds to get a break on the city of Detroit's financial obligation. Bankruptcy would be a big blemish on the Motor City.
I think that's the wrong approach for the city, for southeastern Michigan, and for the state of Michigan. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but I don't agree with it. I don't think that's the direction we ought to go in.
Mayor Bing says when he ran for office 3 years ago, he took over a city in deep financial trouble. It's gotten worse. In the process, he's laid off 4,000 workers, down to now 10,000. Cut the pay of those still here, and cut other services. Does he have any regrets about running 3 years ago?
Well, if you want the honest truth, there are days I feel like that. but I sleep well because I know that I come in here every day and give 100%, and I know that the team around me does the same thing.
Now, Mayor Dave Bing was a businessman, not a politician when he came here 3 years ago. He doesn't run the city alone. He has the legislative branch, the city council. That has not been a good partnership. I asked him again today, are you going to run again next year? He says he hasn't decided. Stephen, Carolyn, if you're Dave Bing, are you running again next year?
I know he's holding off on the answer for that, Jim, but I got to ask you another question. We've heard Council President Charles Pugh basically attack the mayor for his inaction and saying, hey, we need to lay off people, we need to lay off people. Councilwoman Jenkins saying today basically it's the mayor's inaction. So is the mayor calling for these layoffs too little, too late, or what's he saying?
He says it's part of his ongoing plan. He does not think it's too little, too late. You're talking about his announcement today of 400 to 500 layoffs coming in the weeks ahead. The mayor says he's going to keep fighting. He's still going to keep governing until the last day, whenever that is, possibly by the end of next month. And that's what he's putting on the table for city council next week. Still a lot of this to play out. As I've been telling you, this can change day to day.
Absolutely, Jim, and a lot of people are waiting to hear what the mayor says about running, possibly running for mayor again. All right, thanks, Jim, for the live report.